What is up, Funko Pop nerds, and welcome back to Carbonite Collecting, a branch of the Carbonite Convos podcast and YouTube channel. If this is your first Funko Pop list with us, then you've just taken your first step into a larger world. And if it isn't your first list, then we can't thank you enough for coming back. Today, we have a special list for you, and it's one of my favorite MCU movies. We have Avengers: Age of Ultron. We have a whole slew of pops that we thought of, and about half of them were made. So we're super excited for this video. But before we get started, Alec, you ready to talk about some pops?
Yeah, man. If you've been with us for a while, we've been making our way through the MCU. We've been excited for this one for a while. Nick and I both love Age of Ultron. We feel like that was a huge turning point in the MCU, and it really made the MCU what it is today. But before we get started, guys, always got to throw it out there. If you like what you see here, make sure you smash that like button, drop a comment in the comment section below. Go ahead and hit that sub button and that bell button while you're at it, guys. We really appreciate the support, and I'm ready to talk about some Funko Pops.
All right, so number one on the list, the action that started the entire movie, we have a pop made by Nathros Funkos, and it's Tony Stark and Bruce Banner making Ultron. Now, this is a two-pack, and he designed it a little differently than how we imagined it up, but I couldn't be happier with how, the final concept looks.
Yes, sir. Very, very cool. Next on the list, talk about the ultimate foreshadowing moment ever. We have Cap barely lifting Mjolnir off the table. Unreal scene, legendary moment. This was made by Fun Concepts, so great concept here, super cool pop.
Sir, number three, and we're going to go all the pops that were made first and all the pops that weren't following. So number three, we have Vision holding Mjolnir. So this was a big turning point in the movie where they finally realized that they could trust Vision, and this is made by pop.eyes on Instagram.
Yes, sir. Next on the list, we have one of the villains from Ultron. We have Strucker, the man responsible for unlocking the Scarlet Witch's powers. We don't have a pop of him, so that's definitely one that would need to be added to the collection. And that was made by What Now Pops.
Sir, next we have an Iron Legion bot. Now, this was a bot at the very beginning of the movie when Ultron kind of breaks free of the strings and we see the Ultron bot pop out at the end of the party. This, again, is made by Nathros Funkos, and this is truly an awesome pop.
Yes, it is. Next on the list, I cannot believe this one's not made at this point with how hyped Black Widow's been and how much of a fan favorite character she's been over the past couple of years. Year of the Shield. I cannot believe this is a thing made by My Spotify. We have Black Widow riding the motorcycle with Cap's shield on the front.
Next, we have Pietro Maximoff. Now, we do have a Pietro, but it is from WandaVision, and it's Evan Peters' Pietro. But Ralph Boner. But we really need one from Quicksilver's first appearance in the MCU, which is from Age of Ultron, made by Mother Funkers Pop.
Love that name. Love that pop. It's fantastic. Wrapping up the pops that were made for this list, we have Agent Maria Hill, made by Pop Seps. I can't believe we don't have one of her at this point. She's obviously a super important SHIELD agent. Really cool character. I think this is an awesome concept.
Big player in Stark Human Resources too. So now we'll kind of fly through the ones that we imagined up, but unfortunately were not able to be made. So one that I've been thinking of for a while was a scene of Thor, Iron Man, and Vision versus Ultron. Now, this is towards the end of the movie, like you can see here on the screen, but I think it'd be awesome if they could figure out a way to make a pop with this scene.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Next, we have the woman responsible for helping Ultron create the body that he's going to go into, later becoming Vision. We have Helen Cho just dressed in her lab coat.
Yes. Now, this next one, we don't know exactly how it would be made. You could see Ultron from the first pop on this list, but we wanted a Jarvis and Ultron AI 2-pack. So that would be when Jarvis and Ultron are first communicating with each other in the movie. So I don't know how those would be made, but it'd be pretty cool if it's possible.
Yeah, for sure. Next up on the list, we have Wanda touching the Regeneration Cradle. Obviously, this is a huge moment because this is the first time the two of them are able to physically feel each other, and we both know how the relationship is able to grow from this point forward.
Yes, following the Regeneration Cradle, what we thought would be a really awesome scene was when Thor comes down after his apocalyptic vision and he strikes the Regeneration Cradle,
pretty much giving him life.
Yeah, giving birth to Vision. So that'd be a cool pop. These two would be more like the Jim Lee moments, which aren't scenes, but they're a little
bit bigger than the
moments.
Standard 3 3/4 inch.
Yeah.
I will wrap this thing up. Last on the list, this was a huge moment, and this is what made Wanda an Avenger, is her pulling the heart out of Ultron and holding Ultron's heart in her hand. I think this was a really cool moment and a defining moment for the character going forward.
Definitely. So guys, we really appreciate you tuning in for another Funko Pop list. Make sure to come back in a couple weeks when our next Funko Pop list will be out. We like to give the creators plenty of time so they can make some awesome concepts for you. Another thing you can do is not only follow us on Instagram, but follow these creators on Instagram. They were super willing to just help us out with these videos, so we can't be more appreciative for them. So please go show them love on Instagram. I know they'd really appreciate it, and you guys would like it too because they have some awesome concepts. So while you're at it, don't forget to check out episode 57 of the Carbonite Convos podcast that was released, and don't forget to check out our reaction to episode 1 of the Book of Boba Fett, which finally premiered Tuesday night / Wednesday morning. We were up bright and early to get that out for you guys. But thank you for tuning in once again, and until then, guys, may the Force be with you.